Hey everybody, I made it. Welcome to the Midday Moment. Hi replay people. Hey replay people, as we give a moment for live people to join us. Welcome to the Midday Moment. I'm your host, Dr. Davina Jones. The Midday Moment, it is the place where we remind ourselves to expect great things, not because we ignore the questions of our day and not because we ignore the challenges of our day. We expect great things because we recognize that we're both fully human and fully divine. And in our fully human selves, we got stuffs, y'all. We got stuffs. And in our fully divine selves, we got the answers to the stuffs. So the Midday Moment is designed to make sure you are tapping into your divine. So when you tap into your divine, you tap into your river of answers, your river of hope, your river of peace, your river of joy, your river of strength, comfort, resolve, resilience, all of that is in your river. So the Midday Moment is here to make sure you tap into that river. All right. Yay! Happy consecration time. Those of you that are members of our network, you know that we've embraced this as a time of consecration, lit season. And we invite friends, family, and guests to embrace it with us. All right, let's sing a little bit. Come on, y'all. It's time for the midday moments. It's time for the midday moment. It's time for the midday moment. Oh, it's time. I'm expecting great things. Come on, believe it. I'm expecting great things. Come on, receive it. I'm expecting great things. I'm expecting great things. In my life, I'm expecting great things. In my home, yeah, I'm expecting great things. And all around me, I'm expecting great things. Eyes may not see, but I choose to believe. You may not see, but I choose to believe. We may not see, but I choose to believe. Them may not see, but I choose to believe. I believe in great things. All right, everybody say thank you, theme song. Thank you, theme song. Theme song says you're welcome. All right, y'all. Welcome to the Midday Moment. I made it. I see some of y'all saying we made it. I made it too. I made it too. Amen. God has certainly enlarged my territory. And so I've got to make some more delegations so that I can maintain, sustain, and grow and multiply my territory. And so within that, sometimes I get called away and I don't always make it back here for my time. But I'm here today, okay? I'm here. I'm like Miss Celia from The Color Purple. Dear good, I'm here, okay? Except I'm not going to say I'm poor. She said I may be black, poor, and ugly, but I'm here. I may be a little after 12:30, but I am here. That's how she said it, okay? All right. So, oh, my music is still playing. Oh, look at that. I just want to go. Okay. All right. So, y'all, it's consecration time. It's consecration time. The books are in. The books are in. The books are in. The books are in. Vernacular. The books are in. The books are in, everybody. Okay. Now, if you have the digital copy, some of you prefer the digital copy, and some of you may have gotten the digital copy as we were waiting for our paperback. So you do what works for you. I'm a little old school, so I get to writing and circling and carrying on. But you do what works for you, okay? I think I heard Elder Katrina say, I ain't with all them papers, all right? So make sure you do what works for you. But the books are available on Amazon and available in paperback. And so make sure you do what is necessary to get your copy. So now, listen. I do the midday moment because it's a certain way I live my life so that I can overcome on purpose. I ain't trying to drown in suppression, depression, oppression. I didn't experience it, but I walked through the valley of the shadow of death. All right. And so there's a certain way that I live my life so that I can walk through and overcome on purpose. So I share my experiences, I share my testimony, I share these practices with you. And there's a certain way that I live my life so that I can then live on purpose. I overcome on purpose to live on purpose. That means I plan to have more health, more peace in my body. I plan to have more harmony in my relationships. And I plan to have more honey in my money. Okay, so I share, amen. I share this with you. I share my insights and revelations, my study time. I share my teacher's teachings. That's how we say it in yoga. Thank you for letting me share my teacher's teachings. So I share my teacher's teachings with you. And thirdly, there's a certain way that I live my life so that I can live out my purpose. I overcome on purpose to live on purpose and live out my purpose, okay? Because I believe that each of us have these gifts, talents, and sensitivities that help us to answer the question, why am I here? Why did I go through all the I went through? Okay? And now that the has become fertilizer. Paul calls it dung. I count all of it dung. Okay. Now that the manure, the dung has become fertilizer, what am I supposed to be growing into? Okay. What am I supposed to be growing into? All right. So that being said, I'm so excited to participate again in this year's Lenten season and consecration. And we have been studying. Let me give you a quick recap so we get on into it. Get on into it, okay? And so we are studying. The title of the book is Kingdom Vernacular: Why We Say What We Say. So I'm gonna start right here. Why we say what we say. This is powerful. This right here. Come on, somebody point. Okay, if you don't want to look too, suspicious in front of your colleagues, just do it like this. Okay, but this, this is powerful. Our kingdom vernacular is methodical. That's what I've been saying because that's how it's been resonating with me. We're working on this right here during the consecration because this is powerful. And kingdom vernacular is methodical. It is methodical so that you can govern this power called the tongue. Okay. And so within our kingdom practice, we approach kingdom as a system. It is a way of being, seeing, thinking, speaking, and behaving. And right here in the midst of this kingdom, in the midst of this system, is this powerful thing called the tongue. Death and life is in the power of this thing right here. And so the tongue is powerful. Your words are powerful. We've been giving you different examples to kind of build up because this is going to be a whole language class. We learning the hola. We're learning a whole new language, okay? We're learning a whole new language because this is powerful. And kingdom vernacular is methodical so that you can govern this power. It's something to be said about people. You out here, buying things and you don't know how to use them. You're getting things because it's the latest, greatest, or whatever, but you don't have to know. Or even when you see people having gun, we don't believe in accidents, so we say collisions. Having gun, because see, that's in our vernacular. Why we don't say accidents, okay? Because there are no mistakes in kingdom, okay? So collision. So you see people having these gun collisions, right? Because they don't know how to use it, right? It's a powerful tool. But you must know how to use tools. I remember one time I was a little girl. Don't ask me why I did this, y'all. No, I didn't play with a gun. We didn't have any guns in the house. But don't ask me why I do this. I think I know why. Kind of. There was a shovel in the backyard. And the shovel was the wood stick part of the shovel had been broken. So it was just my size. And I guess I thought it was going to be a toy that day. So there I was in the backyard, pretending like I was a construction worker or something or another, and took that shovel. And I had a routine. Y'all know where I'm going. I had a routine: shoveling the ground, foot, shoveling the ground, foot, shoveling the ground, foot. And you know what happened? I I mixed up the routine, and I did foot, then shovel in the ground, but the shovel didn't go in the ground. I I, I cut my foot. I have a scar on the top of my foot. My left foot. I have a scar on the top of my foot. And then I ran in the house crying, and I was fear, fear. Perfect love cast out fear. I wasn't operating in perfect love. I was operating in fear. And I ran in the house and I lied because that's what fear does. Okay. The thief comes to kill, steal, and destroy. The thief is fear. Fear kills, fear steals, and fear destroys. Okay. It steals because you don't think truth works. You don't think love works. So, anyways, so I ran in the house and I lied and I told my mom I was playing with something, whatever. She said, "Well, that don't sound right." But she didn't have proof that I was lying, but she knew something wasn't right in my story. But that was an example of misusing the tool. And let me tell you, your tongue is powerful like that. Just when you think you got a routine and the routine kind of gets, you know, and so we in Kingdom are very particular about our verbiage, our vocabulary, our vernacular. And so I've been telling folks as we've been coming into this, it's a reason why we say, no accidents. We don't believe in accidents. So we don't use the word accidents. We're not judging you because you do. We're just saying in our practice, and to be in alignment because this is powerful. Kingdom is methodical. All right. Kingdom vernacular is methodical, that we prefer to say collisions. Now, within that collision, you may have a lesson. Okay. There's a lesson that comes out of that collision. Now, why did this happen? Oh, I didn't turn my blinker on. Okay. That's the lesson. You didn't turn your blinker on. So that's why we call them collisions. But if all things work together for your good, then it can't be a mistake. If all things work together for your good, it can't be a mistake. And so I'm not trying to give all the little nuggets away before we get to the said chapters, but this is powerful, and our kingdom language is methodical because this has the ability to create. You go back to Genesis, and God said, said, said right there, let there be light. This powerful. And so we're very mindful of how we refer to situations as a collision versus an accident. We're very mindful to not say things like it runs in my family. And if you say it runs in your family, call it positive. Peace runs in my family. Joy runs in my family. Strength runs in my family. I know it doesn't look like it, but we walk by faith and not by sight. But if you keep on saying diabetes runs in my family, oh yeah, child, alcoholism runs in the family. You keep on saying that, it's going to keep on running. Stop it from running. Tell it to sit down. Tell diabetes to sit down. Sit down and hush. It's not all predicated on just what you're eating. It's also your thoughts. Your thoughts are also guiding your intake and how your body responds to that intake. So I bless the Lord, oh my soul, in all the food that goes in me. And I find balance. I wish above all things that you prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers. So as your soul prospers, then you become more prosperous about how you consider your intake. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. And so our tongue is extremely powerful. So we don't say it's at least not negative things or undesired experiences. We don't say it's running in the family. Unwanted experiences. That's not running in the family. I was driving in the car with a family when they said something. I was like, no, I don't choose to say that. I don't choose to say it because I'm not giving it permission to run over here. Stop running. Stop running. Get somewhere and sit down. You remember how the seniors used to say that? Stop running in my house. Get somewhere and sit down. Stop running back and forth in here. Get somewhere and sit down. You coming in and out. Sit down. hmm So you can tell. You can tell cancer. You can tell diabetes. You can tell all this stuff. You can tell these headaches. You can tell all this stuff. Sit down somewhere and cut that mess out. Yes, you can. And so we're going to be sharing with you how to do that with your kingdom vernacular. And the other example I have been given is my dad when he used to drive that car and that Mercedes. It was always in the shop, and he said, "I'll see you next time. I'll see you next time." You sitting up here making appointments. So when he figured that out, he said, "Thank you." That's it. Thank you. And that's it. That's it. All right. Okay, y'all. So that's where we are. That's where we are. That's just some little foundation for day 5. We've done some other words, day 1, 2, 3, or 4. Now, I didn't recap all of that. So you can go back and listen to the past couple of episodes. But that's where we are with day 5. And so I'm telling you, this right here is powerful. And kingdom vernacular is methodical. Yes, it is. So that you can govern this power. You got to know how to govern this power. So you're not in the backyard with a shovel, talking about shovel foot, and then you mess around and do foot shovel. Because you weren't supposed to be out there anyway. Anyways, that's a lesson. That was a collision. That was a collision. So I can get the lesson. I promise you I ain't played with no more shovels. I promise you that. I promise. That's right. This ease. Get somewhere and sit down. That's right, y'all. That's right. Use the language. Use the language. All right, y'all. I gotta go. Got another appointment I gotta run over to. But I love you. Thank you for letting me share this time with you. This is my personal time. I go on break. Most of my admins know. They come and they look through their window. They see me talking to this red square here. They pretty much know she on her break doing her little thing that she does, what have you. Some of them watch too, but it's okay. It's my break time. I desire for people to watch, but it's my break time. So thank you for letting me share my break time with you. Thank you for your likes, your hugs, your comments, all of that. Your kind gifts, your kind acts. I appreciate you so much. All right. Y'all keep reading through the week. Y'all stay in tone with the daily download. I'm going to be putting it here as well on the Midday Moment page. And I'll see you all back here next week. Okay. Take care. I love you. God bless you. God be you. Happy consecration time. All right. Take care.